Hi, my name is Dia and welcome to Junior Yogis, a yoga show especially for young kids. Pre-teens and teenagers these days deal with a lot of stress and tension in their lives, especially as their bodies are maturing. Yoga can really help there. Today's session is a series of interesting asanas that flow one into the other. These help to release stress and negativity from their bodies. Shall we get started? In this session, I have with me
Dharma, Samarth, Arman, Sandra.
We're going to feel free and grounded by the end of this session. We're going to do Veerbhadrasana or the warrior pose.
So, are we gonna fight?
No, Naima, weren't you listening? It's about finding peace.
Why is it called the warrior pose then?
Oh, because the warrior represents inner strength and confidence. So let's get started. Everyone to your positions. To the left of your mats. Feet together. Now step your right foot out, making a nice wide stretch with the legs. Both your feet are facing forward now. Yeah. Soumya, maybe a little less stretch. Bring it slightly together. Yeah. Now turn your right foot open towards the right side. And turn your left foot inward slightly, creating an ankle. So your foot feels nice and strong. Now open up both your arms wide apart. Stretch them wide open. Good. Gently bend your right knee. Good. Turn and look over your right hand. That's Veerbhadrasana 1, the warrior pose. Let's move on to a variation of that, Veerbhadrasana 2. Slowly bring both your arms up close to your ears. Twist your body towards the right. You're facing forward, very good. That's Veerbhadrasana 2, the warrior pose 2.
Let's recap the Veerbhadra Asana or the warrior pose and a variation of the warrior pose.
Feet together. Now step your right foot out. Now turn your right foot open towards the right side and turn your left foot inward slightly. Now open up both your arms wide apart. Stretch them wide open. Gently bend your right knee. Turn and look over your right hand. That's Veerbhadrasana 1, the warrior pose. Let's move on to a variation of that, Veerbhadrasana 2. Slowly bring both your arms up close to your ears. Twist your body towards the right. You're facing forward, very good. That's Veerbhadrasana 2, the warrior pose 2. We just completed Veerbhadrasana 1, the warrior, and a variation. Now let's move on to trying Trikonasana or the triangle pose.
Are we gonna become triangles?
Yes, Arman, let's try.
Yes, we'll try.
Very good. So let's get started. Both feet together first. Arman, feet together. Now step your right foot open. Feet wide apart. Good. Turn your right foot out towards the right side. Turn your left foot inward slightly. Stretch both arms wide open. Nice big T. Bend your right knee. Adjust your left foot nice and strong on the ground. Turn towards the right. Turn your head chin. Look over your right hand. Veerbhadrasana 1. From here let's go to 2. Step 1. Bring both your arms close to your ears. Yeah. Good. Stretch your arms a little more, Samarth. Now twist your body to the right. So you're looking at the wall in front of you. From here now we're going to bring both arms forward and down to the floor. Very good. Wherever you are comfortable, okay? Make sure both feet are nice and flat on the ground. From there, then lift your left hand up. Twist and look up. Good. Bring the hand down to the floor. Now you can bring both hands on either side of your feet. Good. Chin forward. Stretch your arms up, forward and up. And turn towards the center. Arms down. Turn your feet back to center. Step your right foot to the left. Good.
So we did become triangles? Yes, we did.
We did, didn't we? So this entire flow sequence that we did just now is amazingly great for strengthening the entire body. From the legs to the abdomen to the back and the spine. More importantly, these asanas help to make an individual, be it a child or an adult, feel more emotionally and physically grounded and peaceful.
Let's now recap the Trikona Asana or the triangle pose.
Both feet together first. Now step your right foot open. Turn your right foot out towards the right side. Stretch both arms wide open. Bend your right knee. Turn your head chin, look over your right hand. Virabhadrasana 1, go to 2. Step 1, bring both your arms close to your ears. Now twist your body to the right. From here now we're going to bring both arms forward and down to the floor. From there then lift your left hand up. Bring the hand down to the floor. Stretch your arms up, forward and up. And turn towards the center. Arms down. So the next pose for today's session is Adho Mukha Svanasana, the downward dog pose.
Will we hang upside down?
No, you know that it's just the name of the pose.
That's right, Soumya. Let's get started. So sitting on your heels first. Now I want you to look straight ahead at this wall in front of you. Good. Now come onto hands and knees. So hands onto the floor. Now get your hands in line with your shoulders and your knees in line with your hips. Yeah. Good. Check that your knees are slightly apart and you can look straight ahead if you want to. Good. Now just push your hands or your heels of your hands slightly forward, about a few inches forward, little more, little more. Samarth, you also a little more. Take your hands slightly forward. Yeah. Good. Tuck your toes in and slowly push your hips up towards the ceiling. Bum up like a dog, downward dog. Okay. Now to come out of the pose, slowly bend your knees onto the floor. Drop your knees to the floor. Push your hips back and bring your bum down to your heels. Point your toes away. Soumya. Good. And bring your forehead to the floor. Now slowly bring your hands towards your feet, near the soles of your feet. All the way down. And rest. We just did the downward dog pose, the Adho Mukha Svanasana. Because the body is inverted, it is great for circulation and activates the brain.
Let's now recap the downward dog pose or the Adho Mukha Svanasana.
So sitting on your heels first. Now come onto hands and knees. So hands onto the floor. Now get your hands in line with your shoulders and your knees in line with your hips. Tuck your toes in and slowly push your hips up towards the ceiling. Bum up like a dog, downward dog. Okay. Now to come out of the pose, slowly bend your knees onto the floor. Drop your knees to the floor. Push your hips back and bring your bum down to your heels. Point your toes away. Now slowly bring your hands towards your feet. We end today's session with Balasana or the child's pose. You'll have seen me repeat this quite often in some of the other poses, but I'd like to show you how to do it from start. So let's get started.
Yes.
Okay, we're all sitting in Vajrasana. Now stretch your arms up, close to your ears, arms close to the ears, and forward and down. Forehead to the floor. Keep the hands exactly where they are. Balasana or the child's pose. Now everyone can slowly move their hands near the soles of their feet. Good. And if any child has difficulty ever to be able to get the forehead to the floor, we can do what I'm asking Samarth to do. Head up. Bring your hands in front, Samarth. Make fists with your hands, one hand on top of the other, and rest your forehead there. Is that easier now? Yes? Good. You can stay there now. Good. Nice 5 deep breaths. Balasana or the child's pose is a wonderful pose for releasing of anger. Stay in the same pose for 5 to 7 deep breaths and see the difference in your own life.
Let's recap the Bala Asana or the child's pose.
Okay, we're all sitting in Vajrasana. Now stretch your arms up and forward and down. Now everyone can slowly move their hands near the soles of their feet. Head up. Bring your hands in front, Samarth. Make fists with your hands, one hand on top of the other, and rest your forehead there. Today's session was all about relieving the body and mind of stress. We did the warrior pose, Trikonasana or the triangle, the downward dog pose, the child's pose. Try and fit a little yoga into your daily routine. Until next time, take care.